Hello, welcome to the video. Thank you for joining us. And you join us in a Premier Inn at Gatwick Airport as we pack our bags ready to embark on a 30-day road trip across Western Canada. Why are we doing this? Well, here's a little clue. Yep, 3 days earlier this happened. So now we're off on our honeymoon.
How's the loo? Are you ready for holidays?
It's great, yeah, I'm ready.
First bit of vlogging done.
But to understand why this particular adventure, you have to go a little bit back in time. 20 years ago, I took part in an incredible school exchange trip to British Columbia where I stayed with a kid called Craig. More about him in a later video. I fell in love with the place and vowed to return, but as a wise man once said, the years start coming and they don't stop coming, and I never made it back. When I met Dolce years later, I told her all about my obsession and we started planning a holiday where I actually planned to propose. But 2020 had other ideas, so this is us getting engaged at home in lockdown. And 2 years later, this is us having the wedding of a century. And this is us heading to the North Terminal of Gatwick Airport to finally get going on our epic Canadian honeymoon adventure.
Someone's been specially selected. Their bag has been separated. I bet she feels really guilty. Did you have to have your bag checked?
Yeah.
Did we feel like we were an episode of Nothing to Declare?
Yeah. It was this. This is the type of look to declare.
You checked in?
I'm checked in
Now where are we going?
to the lounge.
The lounge. Why are we going to a lounge?
It's so fancy.
Because we're fancy.
They let me in with my jogging bottoms.
Now the lounge acceptance thing said smart casual dress code. We are comfy flying mode, but everyone else here seems to be nice jacket and collared shirts. We might have to quickly change. So an hour before we need to board the flight, 2 hours before the flight actually leaves. And as a wedding present, Laura's brother gave us access to a first-class lounge before the flight. So we're having a nice little relax. She's getting some food at the moment. I'm going to get some in a bit now, but we can sit in our nice little booth, watch the planes take off, and have a nice little relax before the flight.
How's that lounge life for you? Really making the most of it with your water and your coffee. I presume that's not one for me. Our destination is premium on the pretzel packet. We picked up our baggage. The flight was good. I thought the flight was good. And now we're off to pick up our car that we're going to have for the next 2 weeks.
The difference between the Canadian and the English sense of scale became quickly apparent to us when they tried to put this heckin' chonker of a car on us. It was huge, quite daunting to drive, beaten up and quite unclean on the inside, so Dolce managed to work her magic and get it swapped out for a little Kia Rio instead.
Feel better?
So much better.
Look at this adorable little car. I'm getting in the wrong side. Oh, it feels weird getting in this side.
Right, let's try again, shall we?
We flew into Calgary in the western province of Alberta, which is mostly known for its flat farmlands and plains. And then we drove for about an hour and a quarter west along the Trans-Canada Highway, where we got our first glimpse of the Rocky Mountains shooting up out of that flat horizon. And the first town you come to, just inside the mountains, is the small town of Canmore, which is where we'll be staying for the first 3 nights of our stay at the Falcon Crest Lodge.
There is lots of storage space in these drawers here.
Lots of storage.
We've got all sorts in these drawers. We can do cooking. Oh, maybe we should just stay here for the whole time.
Look at this cool. Ooh.
Jet-lagged to the eyeballs and with a really early start plan the next day, we just decided to grab something quick to eat. So we went to Pizza Hut and we waited and waited. And 55 minutes later, finally came out with a pizza.
The jet lag has hit. It's 9:30 local time. It feels like 3:30. I'm going to show you the hotel properly another time because tomorrow morning someone agreed to getting up at 5:15 a.m. for a 6:30 bus from Banff to go to Moraine Lake, which is going to be lovely. It's going to be lovely. We're going to go back to the room, eat up pizzas, and fall asleep. We'll catch up tomorrow. Okay, good night. Bye.
Bye.
The morning sunrise at Moraine Lake has become such a hotspot for tourists and photographers that all of our research for this trip told us that if you want to stand any chance of beating the crowds, you have to book the earliest shuttle bus from central Banff weeks in advance and arrive early because it's going to be crammed and it will leave without you.
We need to get there early, all the YouTube videos said. It's going to be packed, all the YouTube videos said. We are the only ones waiting for the 6:30 a.m. bus.
Okay, I'm going to pause things right here because I know what you're thinking. They've got the wrong place or they're in the wrong time. Well, no, we had found the correct place at the right time, but what we had failed to notice was that this was our bus. Packed with people, and moments after this clip was taken, we stood helplessly and watched as it rolled away without us. And as much as we recognised at this moment that as far as problems go, this was an extremely first world example, it was at this very moment that 2 years of lockdown anxiety, cancelled plans, lost jobs, wedding planning, honeymoon planning, wrong side of the road driving, and general jet lag-induced tension finally broke Dolce. There were some tears, there was an emergency coffee from a thankfully open Starbucks, and fortunately, thanks to the courteous bus driver on this 7 a.m. bus, we were squeezed on and, slightly later than planned, were finally on our way.
we have had a right old morning of it. Anyway, we got a chance to see Banff at 6:30 in the morning. They managed to squeeze us on the 7:30, on which we made a new friend. We've made a hiking friend. She's called Erin. She's recently married as well.
But today Erin was travelling solo for some sightseeing, and we could sense a little apprehensive about it, so we invited her to join us for the day. We got off the bus and headed straight to the rock pile, which is optimistically described as a hike, but is in fact a 3-minute brisk climb up some steps adjacent to the lake. And as we climbed, we passed many a mound of photography equipment and people posing in pretty dresses, which was giving us our first few clues as to what we had in store. Here it is. The view. The view we've seen so many times. In the flesh. Oh. Here it is. We honestly couldn't believe that this was just day one of our trip. We'd absolutely kicked off our honeymoon in the most spectacular way. And yes, it's touristy, and the view of Moraine Lake and those glacial blue waters and the valley of the 10 peaks behind it has been used a million times on countless computer desktop backgrounds, but seeing it in real life absolutely took our breath away. There's not much to see over there, is there?
It wasn't worth the hike. This was right here yesterday with a, when it's really flat, so you can get a good reflection. Yeah, so there's really it changes all the time.
But what we didn't know is that if you turn around and hop to the other side of the rock pile, there are some equally stunning views of the forests all the way down the valley, the way you drove in. But all too soon, it was time to tear ourselves away from this beautiful view. And the three of us made our way back down the rock pile, took a few more snaps from the lake shore, and began making our way up the next hiking trail, the Larch Valley Trail.
The larch, let's go.
I'd never considered the humble larch tree beyond the subject of a Monty Python sketch before now, but there is a period of 2 or 3 weeks every autumn in this part of Canada when the needles of the larch turn from their unassuming green into a vibrant, bright yellow. And the view is so spectacular that many people come to this part of Canada in what has become known as larch season. And the main place to be for these A-lister trees to show off their new coats is the Larch Valley Trail, which comes up steeply from the edges of Moraine Lake. It was coming up to the time for us to turn around and make our way back down to the lake, but Erin wanted to go up to the summit of Sentinel Pass. So it was time to say our fond farewells to Erin, thank you for keeping us company, and make our way back down to the lake.
big question is, did Isa ever find his group?
Or she?
Or she? Is Isa a male or female name, or the name of a savings account? Oh, it's just been absolutely incredible. It's just incredible.
I'm glad we made it today.
Yeah. After this morning's mishaps.
Oh my god.
Your bag matched the trees.
Those larks is incredible.
We met Erin.
In fact, it all turned out perfectly.
In the end. Take one last look. So much town to buy. See, I do need a patch. But I'd rather them not be like generic Canada ones. I'd like them to be specific to where we are. Huh? The bear tools. Oh, bears. It just says bears. My pun would be better. What are these? Tea towels. I'd love to get all the hoodies, but there's just no space in the luggage.
Snivelling jumpers. I really like the t-shirt.
What, one of these?
Yeah.
The blue one?
Yeah, I think the blue ones are really nice. What do you think?
How much?
40
$40.
$40. About 30 quid.
30 quid.
And you are up Moraine Lake.
I am at Moraine Lake. I should make this a section of the videos. A campfire story section. Who would be up for a campfire story with my campfire videos? Hello. Hello.
I see your face.
Hello. Time to say goodbye to Lake Moraine.
Oh, I don't want to. It's so pretty.
Goodbye, Moraine Lake. 2 years of planning, and it's done.
Here's to a successful first day.
Indeed.
People are watching me in a video, taking a photo of me. We're gonna let black.
Are we going to get a picture too?
Before we head out today, let's show you the room that we're staying in at the Falcon Crest Lodge. We've got a lovely little kitchen area. We've got the coffee machine on the go already this morning. We've got a little kitchen island. Got a dishwasher here. Cooker. Up here we've got cupboards with everything you need. We've got coffee, tea, salt, peppers, glasses. I even found these thermal mugs for when you're off hiking in the cold weather. Crystal wine glasses, all very fancy. If we pan round from the kitchen area, we've got the bedroom corner over here. Huge, utterly huge bed, like unnecessarily huge bed. You could fit a family of 7 in there. Little alarm clock, bedside lights, same on both sides. Loads of storage. Oh, coffee's done. Beautiful living room area. I'm making a mess of it with my suitcase at the moment, but we've got this fire. This is the best bit. You do have a timer on the side. I guess that's to stop people leaving the room and forgetting about it. But you turn this timer on. Hold on. And then boom, fire comes up. You do have to listen to the noise of the timer, but it's only very quiet. But it means you can sit here, as we have done this morning, have a cup of tea, have your breakfast, in front of the fire, looking out at the gorgeous views of the balcony. The hotel has its own hot tub, although it does look a little bit like you're on display whilst you're in the hot tub. There's a barbecue. I think we might use that a little bit later today. Today's our last full day here of 3. Little table and chairs to eat out on. Although it's pretty nippy out here today, so let's go back inside. And there you have it. Armchair, loads of lighting, lovely mountain picture, some fake plants. I mean, honestly, what more could you need? Come along, dear.
Let's go, darling.
Have you had a more relaxing start to day 2 than we'd had to day 1?
Yes, I did. I haven't cried today, so that's an improvement.
We've had a lovely relaxing morning. We watched a bit of Canadian border control.
Yeah, worst border control ever. Nothing happens in Canada.
It was just, you watch Australian border control and we've discovered this bag of AK-47s in their bag, and there's 25 grams of cocaine in every single pouch. Canadian border control, we thought this person might have stuff on them. They didn't.
This person tried to work illegally, but they didn't, so we let them off. It's fine. They can come back. They've learned their lesson.
We just gave them a little tap on the wrist and it's fine. Huge apologies for the terrible Canadian accent.
I thought we had a really good accent.
Did you? Okay. We're on our way, day 2. We're going to explore Canmore and find something to eat.
Yeah.
No
Second
plans.
breakfast.
Second breakfast, no plans. Lovely, relaxed day around Canmore. September the 30th is Orange Shirt Day.
After a lovely little wander around town to check out the pescatarian-friendly breakfast options, we opted for Gray's, where I thought I'd really ingratiate myself to the locals by ordering a cup of English breakfast tea, and was presented with a pint of tea in a beer glass with the bag still in, no milk, presented on a side plate. And I fully deserved it.
First Canadian poutine for the video. And you got it. Tell the thing you got.
Got a vegan burrito, mixed very nice sweet vegetables. It's very, very nice.
How's there is unusually not vegetarian friendly so far?
No. Well, I think we're just in the mountains.
Just went into a shop whose building was built in 1883. The second I walk in, the woman says, "You look like you're as old as this building." I think she meant the clothing, in which case, she's got it all wrong. This is clearly a mid-century 30s to 50s inspired outfit, not 1883. Thank you very much.
We really did enjoy our wander around Canmore and wish we had more time to explore this town. The people were really friendly, the main street was filled with bars and restaurants and tourist-friendly shops. It's only a short drive away from downtown Banff, so if you are looking for a slightly cheaper and more relaxed alternative when staying in this part of Canada, then we'd highly recommend it. We'd had a lovely afternoon, and the wander back to the hotel was a relaxing boardwalk stroll along the river, but it was time to rest our weary legs in a nice, gentle, relaxing jacuzzi.
There are leaves everywhere.
Oh my god, it looks like it's about to rain heavily.
If you like your jacuzzi tubs in plain view of every bedroom in the hotel, then absolutely come to the Falcon Crest. For our final night in Canmore, it was back into town for Dolts to sample some of the local libations at Tavern, a sports bar which is not my usual habitat, but I actually quite enjoyed it, and then on to dinner at the highly recommended Rocky Mountain Flatbread Company. Let's go eat some flatbread. Let's go eat some flatbread. Not bumpy bread, flatbread. First reviews in are not good. Mine looks good.
Yours looks really good. I think I made the wrong choice.
Really. And that's it. That's our Falcon Crest Lodge. And now she's outside, enjoying the last of the sunshine. Well, no,
It's a lot warmer today.
so we're now leaving our Falcon Crest Lodge. If she can ever get the door locked. How are you getting on over there?
Not great, Bob.
Anyway, yes, we're now leaving our balcony to go walk for 5 hours into the woods to a remote log cabin with no signal and no outside contact. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
He's getting aggressive.